Welcome back, everybody. You got Will and Iron here from the Block Runner MetaZone, Roby, and Mscribe, and today we're going to be talking about dominating.
Dominating?
Yeah, NAT.
Nat is dominating, dude.
And DMT and all
everything
else
else.
minting. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to explain why is the Nat token all of a sudden doing like its fucking crazy
Yeah, check this out, dude.
beast awakening, dude.
324%.
That's pretty good. Yeah, this is what we like to see, right?
Yeah.
I would say that's pretty pleasing results from like meme coin Moses speaking. That was like a week ago, right?
That's right.
That's pretty good.
You've done it, dude.
You're welcome. I mean, and so I posted a tweet after like realizing that the Nat token's been going kind of hamish lately,
Yeah.
where it's like, so why? why is it going hamish? There's no way it's just because I put on like a $20 fucking Jesus costume, right? Just
More valuable than that, dude.
there's some real serious objective value to this token. Right?
Yeah.
And I felt like I needed to lay it out point by point. So let's go through it.
Yeah, so 22,000 holders, first asset ever created by Bitcoin through DMT NAT framework, the second full Bitcoin blockout. Bitmap was first.
Yeah, so if you guys were there back in that time, it was quick. It only took 7 days.
Yeah, Bitmap took 30 days, and then NAT took 7 days.
Yeah, so it was quite the phenomenon. And during that 7-day stretch, we were violently ill, so we pretty much missed all of it.
That's right. Yeah. And it's fully free and fair distribution, actually fair.
Yeah,
Right?
I would think so. I think having open block claiming period where anybody can just pick your block and therefore you get your non-arbitrary supply of tokens, it's pretty fair.
Yeah.
Right.
No team or VC, Tap Protocol on the verge of unlocking several primitives granting liquidity access to the token, previous only tradable on Ordinal's wallet. And then the previous all-time high was 60 million, and right now is at
Like
almost 10 million.
9-ish, 10-ish. So
Yeah.
hitting 60 million only tradable on Ordinal's wallet. Like, what's the potential ceiling when it's getting access to more liquidity environment? So we're going to talk about that here pretty soon. So
Yeah. So Tap just recently did their TGE or TDE token distribution event.
Yep.
And by the way, we got 0 allocation.
no, dude.
0.
Wah, wah, wah. That's all right. It's all right, though.
Yeah.
We're not looking for allocation. We're looking for
handouts.
technology, right?
Yeah,
So
that's right.
the value we've always identified with everything Benny's building, Track, Tap, right? It's never been like token derived. It's been like, holy shit, this guy's actually building infrastructure
Yeah.
that we need,
That's right.
right?
That we're using. Yeah.
Yeah, but there are some tokens associated to that, and it's up to the market to discover the value of technology.
Yeah. That's right.
Which is very hard these days for the market to like find the value in that.
They can't find it, dude.
They'll find it eventually.
Eventually they will, yes.
Yeah, so do with that information what you will.
All right. So another update. So Tap also released Taparoo Swap.
Mm.
So this is you can move assets from Tap Protocol to Ethereum seamlessly, and it walks you through how to do it. But this is a cool interface. I thoroughly enjoy kind of like this this branding.
The aesthetic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too. We've already been like contemplating how can we potentially bring this into the Natrix specifically, into the metaverse, because you know us, right? We're these metaverse app developer guys.
Yeah.
We keep talking this big game, like one day you can deploy a DEX in your metaverse. Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
Right. And what are we looking at here, dude? We're looking at a DEX
Right.
being born. So yeah, more details in the future of
That's right.
how that can be done.
That's right. You know what's interesting? It says each transaction will incur a 0.0075 ETH on top of gas fees, but those Ethereum fees will be reduced to 0 if you hold at least 50 Tap tokens in your Ethereum wallet at the time of bridging.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah.
So what does all this bridge talk have to do with like the NAT token or DMT in general?
Well, if you know anything about Ethereum, that's pretty much the place of origin for fungible tokens.
Correct. And if you've been studying like, I don't know, meme coin trajectory, like decentralized exchanges is typically like the actual like incubator of value for these things, right? Centralized exchanges, they're usually like way down the road.
Yeah.
Unless there's some sort of like insider collusion
Or
happening.
payment.
That's what I mean. Right? So a DEX is a wonderful solution, and we're talking porting to Ethereum to the #1 DEX at Uniswap, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Benny has enabled that. That's huge.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So as soon as that was enabled, a few hours later, someone in the Chinese community, they decided to actually port NAT token across to Ethereum.
Mm.
And yeah, here's the tweets like NAT is happening on Ethereum.
Yeah. Yeah, this is exciting. And so this is like again, another pivotal moment because I think like the whole Bitcoin ecosystem has been waiting for these types of capabilities. We're seeing it with runes, like people are just bridging their rune memes over to Solana and Radium and such,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it's like the tap ecosystem is built in, has these opportunities, right?
Yeah.
But the point, of course, in the long term is to create like native Bitcoin L1 liquidity solutions for all this stuff that's emerging. But infrastructure takes time. It's difficult to build, and you got to deal with like the Bitcoin restrictions, right,
That's right.
of the blockchain itself. So there's nothing wrong with porting to existing infrastructure layers in order to leverage like the liquidity that's there, the seamless experience,
the
UI, UX
infrastructure
of many years of development, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think this is going to be like a continued trend that's going to like proliferate moving forward.
Yeah, because Ethereum, they spent many years building all this infrastructure, and it's not going to happen overnight on Bitcoin. So
It's going to happen, but
Yeah.
like you're saying, and clock's ticking, right? There's a meme coin super cycle happening now.
Yeah.
So these L1 Bitcoin tokens need exposure to that market
yeah,
activity.
and a super cycle needs a super meme, and that's a NAT token.
Super meme.
Yeah.
I like that, dude. That's a good way to call it.
Yeah. All right. So here's a tweet by Leonidas. So if you read through this, he's basically saying that this free and fair dog token should be listed on sexes like Binance and Coinbase and so forth. And every other meme coin that has been listed on these like centralized exchanges essentially paid for that listing, and a free and fair token would perform better in terms of fees. And so that's what he's proclaiming here.
Yeah, he's pointing out like the issue at hand, right? It's like
Yeah.
all of us token creators here on Bitcoin having to be subjected to like this environment, this restriction, right? Where it's like you got to essentially bend the knee to whatever these centralized exchanges demand out of you
Yeah.
to get even the opportunity to be like a true market force, the way like these other meme coins on Solana or Ethereum are, right?
Yeah, I mean,
it's a big problem for our ecosystem.
These exchanges, they know that sometimes when they list tokens, they do the valuation goes up.
Yeah,
And
sure.
so like pay me in tokens or pay me in cash, and then we all make money.
Then we could talk.
Yeah.
Until then, it's like I want nothing to do with you. Essentially,
Pretty much.
Go figure it out, you brokey.
Yeah.
That's what's happening in CZ's head when he's hearing all these like these demands, right? He's like,
Yeah, he just paid a $4 billion fee.
oh right, yeah, dude.
Not a big deal for him.
I know, it's pretty wild, right? So from our perspective, the solution is DEX environments,
Yeah.
right? Permissionless access to liquidity environments, right? So this is a big deal, and yeah, over the next coming weeks, I think we're gonna see quite the explosion of activity around that.
Yeah, so some updates on the DMT side as far as mScribe. We have a few mints happening. Bit Avatars is happening right now.
Correct. Yeah, it went live this morning.
Nat Jules has been minting for a while, at least for a few days.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about Nat Jules in a second, but here it is. Here's the image.
Yeah, so Nat Jules Patterns is happening tomorrow.
That's a free mint.
Or Friday, yeah. Bit Avatar is happening now, and then October 29th to the 30th is Bitmap City Volume 2.
Yeah. Yeah, so these are all blockpad mints, not the Nat Jewels. If you remember, like there's a Nat Diamonds collection. So this is like a free and open claim mint. No PvP battle requirements, right?
Correct. There's no battling there. It's just claiming, and it's all free.
It's all smooth and
Yeah.
easy and painless, right?
Yeah, no one gets hurt in this battle.
Okay, good. Well, that feels good because diamonds are pretty
Free.
Yeah, but they're also tough, right? Aren't
That's right.
diamonds like super tough?
They're among the toughest, yes.
What's tougher than a diamond? Fucking-
Graphene?
Oh shit! And it's like malleable, right?
That's right.
What a substance. Nat graphene coming up
Incoming,
next, dude.
yeah.
That's pretty cool.
All right, so Nat Diamonds. If you want to learn more, I mean, we got quite the hefty white
Yeah.
paper that goes
Yes.
deep
Yeah.
into this Nat Jewel ecosystem.
Yeah, this is This is no joke. This is some serious effort has been put into this. Essentially, another DMT experiment, right? Of leveraging block data as a value genesis mechanic, right? Like that's kind of the thesis behind DMT overall. But applying it to something that, I guess, in the real world sense, doesn't have much scarcity really, like diamonds. I think like the whole market of diamonds is really facilitated by like gatekeepers.
Correct. They burn diamonds for scarcity.
Yeah, and you could just manufacture them.
You can make them now
Arbitrarily.
Yeah.
And I think the market is like, it's like a flippening happening. Like the jewelers of today, they don't care, or like the market is like they're starting not to care whether it's like authentic or not, right?
No.
Yeah, so here in our metaverse world, we're like, again, we love parallels, right?
Yeah.
We love to find and identify actual scarce commodities within the Bitcoin data substrate layer itself. And I think this is probably one of the more, like, what's the word? Like honest and potentially viable attempts at discovering.
Oh, these are real diamonds, dude. They're for real.
Okay, good.
The ones outside in the real world that can be manipulated, no,
That's right.
not real.
Yeah, these are tamper-proof diamonds.
This is the whole same argument of why I think Bitcoin is more valuable than gold. Because gold, you can go into the universe and find more of it. You cannot find more Bitcoin.
That's right. You can't you're right. You can't. So that's the thesis behind DMT is leveraging that unfuckability to the Bitcoin data layer, right?
That's an attribute by DMT.
Is it?
Yeah.
I like that. Unfuckability. So yeah, we're going to go deeper into this white paper probably in another video, right? Because it's genuinely interesting. We need to like talk more about it.
Yeah, this is dude. There's so much effort into this, dude.
Yeah,
it deserves a read.
I agree. So yeah, the Nat Jewels, they're minting right now on Mscribe. So if you guys want to front run that video, you can and start minting those things.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's all the links will be in the description. Here's the one that you need for Nat Diamonds. So moving on, we got Bitmap Studios, Bit Avatars happening. So this is their environment inside the Natrix. So this is a parcel. They did this over like a few hours, which was interesting. Yeah. And this is happening live on Twitter.
Yeah, I remember that. So this is, again, something we like to see is people leveraging the metaverse to showcase like what it is that they're offering, right? It makes a lot of sense for this project because they're building actual metaverse avatars.
Right.
Right. So why not showcase them in the metaverse itself so people know what they're minting essentially.
Yeah.
It's literally these like breakdancing
block characters. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so we had an interview. It's on the channel. If you want to learn more about this project. But yeah, that's minting now. I think there's like subsequent phases, right, over the next few days?
Yeah, I think the next phase should be sometime later today, I think.
Okay, so keep your eyes peeled on that and to see if you're on those white lists.
Yeah, so you'll be able to use these avatars as well in the Foxy Bitverse. And so here they are battling. Actually battling, dude.
Real Mortal Kombat, dude. That's what I like to see.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is just another example of like the usability of these different avatars.
By the way, are you looking forward to that Tyson Jake Paul fight, dude?
When is it again?
In like a month, right?
Yeah, I believe it's November or something.
Yeah.
I'll find it.
Yeah, I've seen some like videos of
Tyson. Jake Paul.
Jake Paul, like with like a fat suit on.
Like mocking Mike?
Yeah.
In his like elderly form?
Yeah. And then I've seen like Mike Tyson like working out his neck.
Oh shit, dude! He's
gotta have a strong neck.
He's a pit bull, dude.
Yeah.
November 15th is the day.
That's coming.
I thought it was happening over the summer.
It was supposed to.
Rescheduled.
Oh, it got rescheduled. Okay.
Yeah, he had like a stomach ulcers or something. Mike Tyson did.
Old man.
I know, right? Well, whatever.
You got nervous or what?
No way, dude. No way.
Iron Mike doesn't get nervous.
Should we make prediction market bets on this fight?
I'm not gonna bet against Tyson, dude.
Yeah, me neither.
I can't do it.
Me either.
All right, we're all still sane people, dude. That's good to know. It's good to know we're on the same clan, guys.
Yeah.
All right.
So, speaking of clan, the DMT clan has produced another one, DMT Patterns.
That's right, dude. Yeah,
Yes.
This one's sick. Another free mint.
So this is a free one, yeah. So this is the website. The link will be in the description, but you just kind of hit the random button and you get to see what DMT actually feels like.
Yeah, it's kind of that's the vibe you're getting out of this, right? Like, yeah, man, what is that? It's like some sort of like quantum like interpretation of like it reminds me a little bit of like, remember that IOHK Like
Yeah.
when we first introduced DMT, we're like Cardano, whatever team, IOHK,
Yeah.
they built some sort of like visual representation of the blocks.
Correct.
And it had like a feel of resonance, just kind of like this, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. So
Yeah.
that's what's interesting about DMTs. You can interpret block data in so many different shapes, forms, patterns, whatever, right?
You can experience this in the metaverse as well.
That's true.
Look at this.
Yeah, it's actually happening. So this is like a primitive version of how you can actually like deploy this into the metaverse. You can actually have it like expansive, right? And like
Yeah.
all around you and stuff. So maybe that's like a future iteration of these patterns. I don't know.
You can change the patterns in world too?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, so this is a more example of DMT creators leveraging the metaverse for all its optimal use, dude. It's pretty sick.
Yeah, this is the way to do it.
I agree.
All right, moving on. Yeah, so here's the tweet in the metaverse, and we got another mint happening. This is the first collection in the field of digital matter theory built with photography.
Yeah, man.
Another vector unlocked.
That's a big deal. Check mark, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, we've got like PFP art, generative art, we got
3D art.
metaverse avatars.
That's right.
What else, dude? We got, memes, fungible tokens.
Yeah,
What else is out there? Fucking games,
AI
AI.
art. Yeah,
Yeah. So now photography, right? So it's kind of like blending together. Oh yeah, we got phygital stuff too, like
Yeah.
physical products and stuff. So this is kind of the point. Also, it's not just like how people interpret block data to generate like new assets. It's just applying them to all the different market verticals that can exist, right?
yeah. I mean, in addition to all these mints, I mean, we can't forget with this NatCat avatar. If you have a NatCat, you can produce this avatar from your NatCat, by the way, as a block drop. So we can't forget that.
Yeah, that's
All
what we mean by, like, again, fulfilling all those market verticals of like just doing things that can already be done, right? Like avatars are not new in the metaverse, right?
Yeah,
But
correct.
non-arbitrary, unique ones certainly are,
Yeah, absolutely.
right? Same thing with like photography art, right? Sure, that exists on OpenSea, right, as
Yeah.
an NFT, but I don't think there's any like correlation to what exists on Bitcoin to actually generate this art, right?
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, so for in particular this photography art, I mean, there's added attributes that make this more valuable. So if you study DMT history, then you know that DMT Gitbook lists rare sats as the second application of DMT. And so every layer on Bitcoin City Volume 2 art is inscribed on block 9 450x sats
Okay, so yeah, so he's covering the whole spectrum essentially.
with rare sats,
It's
correct?
an ordinal. It's got rare sats injected to it. Bitmap. Just look at the art itself. Obviously, there's a
Yeah,
bitmap homage to it.
correct.
I mean, it's in the name itself. And then of course the DMT UNAT framework itself. So it's pretty cool. I like that the fact that he incorporated a little image there.
Yeah,
It's like the forking in the road between arbitrary and non-arbitrariness.
yeah.
And he's encompassed every single one, dude. I don't know if there's ever been another one that's done that, right? With the
I
rare
don't
sats.
Think so.
Pretty cool. So if you're a rare sats maxi out there, I mean,
This is the one.
this is the one, dude.
All right.
So that one's I think begins on the 29th, right? So
On the 29th, that's correct.
okay. All right. So last thing,
Yeah, so it's almost been a year, dude.
I know we're talking right after that Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight, basically. The next big thing to look forward to is our 1 year anniversary, dude.
It's like Will and I Man fight.
Oh, dude, what? Come on, man. Wow, how could you think of such a thing, dude? I thought we were
That's what
pals.
influencers do.
That's true. We're supposed
That's how
to.
we market our podcast, dude.
They actually have like a fighting league now for crypto
They do.
influencers, like BitBoy's in there. I think
Dude, it's got to be a 2v2. It's you two versus somebody
Bankless?
else.
Bankless, yeah.
fight it out with Bankless. Oh, that'd be fucking wild, dude.
Yeah, in a cage match.
Fucking ladder death match.
Yeah. Tables, ladders, and chairs. Dude.
That's what I'm talking about, dude. Oh, so yeah,
Upgrades.
maybe we could figure out a way to do this in a non-violent fashion in the metaverse.
In the
I don't know.
metaverse, I prefer, yes.
Yeah, dude, I'm fucking old now, dude. I don't want to risk bodily injury at this point, dude. Things don't heal so swiftly like they used to,
No,
you
they
know?
do not.
So yeah, dude, we'll have more details as far as like this 1 year event, but we want to do something definitely showcaseable, right? We just showed you guys some more Natrix application, so
Yeah.
we'd be pretty stupid not to leverage it ourselves.
Oh no, this event is going to be in the Natrix.
Right, with our NatCat avatars, maybe some royal avatars by then. I don't know yet.
Yeah,
maybe not.
I don't know, but there definitely will be more avatars before then.
Correct. Yeah. So looking forward to that event, and yeah, we'll all be together in the metaverse on Bitcoin on a bitmap that has been parcel distributed through an LDE.
This whole thing is non-arbitrary.
Yeah, and everything in here you're gonna see.
We've done a lot over the year, man.
We have done a lot, so it's time to partay, as they say, and reflect, and just usher in year 2 of the DMT.
That's right.
Era, non-arbitrary era.
All right, well, that's it for us, guys. If you have any questions, let us know in the comment section below. Join our Discord or Twitter. And, yeah, appreciate you guys for watching. We'll catch you in the next video.
Peace.